Hi everyone, welcome to your tarot reading for the month of July. This is for the week starting 9th to 15th, and we have a new moon today as I'm recording it. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful new moon. The new moon is there in Cancer, and the entire energy is around our home. I have also done a specific video for new moon in Cancer in July. So you can go ahead and you can have a look at it on which areas of our life we need to be focusing on. I'm going to be starting with Aries, and then I'll pull out one card and we'll see what the universe has to say. So beautiful, you've pulled out the moon. How nice. And we have a Wheel of Fortune, and then we have a Nine of Cups. A lot of focus seems to be there at home, Aries, from week 9th to the 15th. There seems to be not just, I think, renovation. Maybe you're making arrangements for a parent to stay, or maybe you have had parents staying with you, and there's generally a lot of energy around taking care of them. It also has to do with especially a mother figure. It can be that she's been unwell and you've been quite concerned about her health. There also seems to be almost a sense of repressed emotions around you, Aries. It seems that everybody is just sort of holding it really tight, and there seems to be some amount of a tension that is there around you, and this really speaks about maybe emotions that have not been expressed. It also speaks about at times that when certain decisions have got delayed in taking, they have caused some heartbreak or some heartache, or there's been a sort of regret that is there. So that is what seems to be going on. The moon, since we are we are on a new moon today, and this also is speaking about maybe you need to be looking for things which are really under the surface. Maybe something is yet not clear, maybe some information, there is some more clarity that you need. Maybe you are not looking at the situations as clearly as you should be. Maybe you are feeling very emotional, and hence you are your emotions are clouding your judgment. I'll take a card out from the universe and we'll see as to what the universe has in store for you. Okay, we have pulled out a King of Wands for you, and that is a message from the universe. It speaks about having a lot of clarity in thought. It speaks about trusting your judgment, looking at facts, looking at figures, and even though there might be a lot of emotions around you, you could be feeling very overwhelmed with emotions, but the decision that that you should be taking, or maybe you should be rather even guiding everybody around you, is through logic, is through facts. And also it's a time of really holding yourself up high, even if everybody all around you is feeling very overwhelmed and they're feeling really emotional. Maybe you need to be the person who really needs to be having a balanced mind. You need to be having a clarity of thought. You need to be in a very rational space. And now we'll see what's in store for Taurus. New moons, even though we have a new moon and we have a full moon, and it's a regular cycle of the moon, but this specific new moon which is there in Cancer, it's quite a potent one because it's speaking about our closest relationships. So anything that you want to manifest for yourself or for your partner, or even if you want to do a small renovation at home, it's a great time to be doing that. Let's see what's in store for Taurus. Oh, I seem to be pulling out a lot of introspection cards. Taurus, we have the Hermit, we have a Nine of Pentacles, and then we have Magician, but he's come out as reversed. So, I think for a lot of you, you are in a space where either you've been organizing things around you, maybe you've been in a space where you've been trying to handle with a lot of stuff that is there on your plate. But you're moving really towards action now. You are, dissecting things. You're making them a little bit more smaller, which is a great way to be dealing with it. For a lot of you also, you have put the whether they're disappointments or they're losses, but you've put them behind yourself and you are choosing to look ahead and you're walking ahead. Money does seem to be a bit of it seems to be slightly challenged. You may have to really fight for what you want financially, because it doesn't seem to be coming to you as easily as it should. So maybe whatever it is that you may deserve as per what the market is there. And this also is stemming from a lot of self-doubt. It seems that you are not valuing your own worth as to what is it that you should get paid. So hence the money also seems to be little bit challenged or little bit not as smoother as it should come to you. The reverse Magician is very interesting because and I think it's tying very well into the rest of the both of the cards. It's saying that you have all the tools, Taurians, so no reason as to why is it that you shouldn't be making a success out of your work. So you really need to be letting go of self-doubt. You need to be I think, delving more deeper into your own knowledge bank, your own experience. You need to be more confident. I think that's the right word, Taurans. That don't doubt yourself. This is not the time to be, thinking that whatever I'm getting is great. Beautiful. We have pulled out the universe message as a card of justice, which is again, even though it normally has to do with things which are around law or any legal issues that may be there, but this also is speaking about balance. It's a very fixed energy, so it is also asking you to try and be flexible, try and strike a balance. Maybe for those of you who have been too caught up at home, this is a time for you to be getting back to work and vice versa. So drawing that balance between the work and home also could be there for you. We'll see what's in store for Geminians now. And again, new moon manifestations are really beautiful. It's a wonderful time for all of us who want to start something new. We want to set our intentions for the future. So it's a great time to be doing that. Okay, let's see, Geminians. Okay, Geminians, there seems to be some celebration at home, and I think the celebrations pretty much are carrying on for you. This has pretty much been the theme for you for the last quarter, or I would say even since we've begun the year. It carries on being a good year for you. For some of you, however, there could be this sense of wanting to speed up things. You could be in a space where you want quick answers. You're waiting for news so that you can move ahead. For some of you, it could also be that you are trying to again, it's about movement. Either you're looking at shifting a city, or you're looking at moving a country. So it does display some amount of impatience over here. There is also, I'm also seeing maybe some of you are not in a very happy space emotionally. Maybe there is almost a sense of feeling regretful, and this has to do with your personal relationship. You could be, some of you, especially, I'm saying not for all of you, tarot, like I say always, for some it'll resonate, it'll just fit, but for some of you, it won't resonate at all. So for some of you, it could be that you're feeling quite emotionally depleted as far as your personal relationships are concerned. I'm going to pull a card from the universe and see as to what is it that is there in store for you. Oops, 2 cards came out. Oh, lovely. And we have the 2 of Cups, and it's speaking, of course, again, of a emotional time, but it's also speaking about love, it's speaking about togetherness. So for those of you who are going through a tough time as far as your relationships are concerned, don't worry, it's just a temporary glitch. Things will be back on the rail before you realize. We have Cancer, and of course we have the new moon that is there in Cancer. It's happening in your house, Cancerians. All about home, all about roots, all about our families. Let's see what week 2 has in store for you. Okay. So Cancerians, for a very balanced energy, I would say. There is some amount of emotion, there's some amount of clarity of thought, and of course there's money that is there along with it. For a lot of you, you are in a space where, as if almost a curtain has got lifted from your eyes, you are able to see a situation far more clearly, especially your own situation, far more clearly than you may have had earlier. This also has to do with, it's a feminine energy. It could be maybe somebody, can be a mother, could be maybe an authority figure, could be somebody whom you report into, could also be your partner, but somebody who's very good with money, is very good with finance, has a very clear head on her shoulder, is able to take very clear decisions, but at the same time is she's an excellent manager. She's somebody with people who really like and trust, and she could be somebody who could have helped you get this clarity of, where you are. It's like this veil has got lifted from your eyes. Also, for some of you, if you have been expecting some good news as far as a job is concerned, or even as far as maybe a project is concerned, this is the time that you will get that news. I'm going to take a quick look from the universe and see as to what is it that the universe has in store. Okay, we have the 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles is a very earthy energy. It speaks about stability, it speaks about home. And Cancerians, because we have a new moon that is there in your own house, it is a time, it's a wonderful time to be either renovating, it's a great time to be spending time at home. Maybe for some of you, it's a wonderful time to be investing as well in maybe it's real estate, anything that gives you that security. We'll have a look at Leo now and see what's in store for Leo. Okay. So Leos, for some of you, again, some focus on home, and I'm not surprised with the new moon energy being so strong, and with Leo, you're right next to Cancer. They can be either, it's almost like you are thinking about your childhood, you are revisiting your childhood. For a lot of you, it has to do with maybe you're connecting with your siblings, with your cousins, and it's a kind of a reunion that's happening. For some of you, it can also be that you're missing home, but you're not able to sort of have that reconnect with home. It has less to do with physical, it has more to do with an emotional. There could almost be this sense of not being able to fit into the family. There is also, You could also be in a space where you could be feeling quite dulled as far as ideas are concerned. There could just be this sense of feeling maybe a lack of direction, or maybe you're not feeling very creative during this time. And the good thing is that we have the World card as well, Leo. So it's just a temporary hitch, you know, for those of you who are feeling really stressed about your creative stagnation. Just consider it as a small respite before you get back. I'll see what the universe has in store for you. Okay, we've pulled out a very beautiful message. It's the King of Cups. And the King of Cups over here, Leos, for you, it's about really tapping into your own emotions. It's about self-care. It's about taking care of not just what's important to you, but really taking care of your emotions. It's a very healthy emotional energy. A lot of times we, especially when we grow up, you know, we are told not, especially if we are, I guess, men, women, I guess both, you know, that be more in control of emotions and try, you know, don't make a spectacle out of yourself. But this is really a time where you're being encouraged that to express yourself emotionally. You know, that is something that will release something inside you, and not to be so hard on yourself. We'll see what's in store for the lovely Virgos now. So Virgos, we'll see what's in store for you. And let me see. So Virgos, we have the Six of Swords, we have a Page of Wands, and we have a Seven of Wands. Virgos, for some of you, it does seem that you are walking away from your troubles, or rather they are behind you and now you're moving ahead. And this also often has to do with, you know, when we do charity and we sort of get burdened by it because we can't manage our own whether it is expectations, or we haven't planned it well, or we didn't realize as to how heavy it would be, or what is it that it's going to be costing us. So with this specially card, and it's a very beautiful card, and it has different connotations. It's of this person who's, you know, taking this woman and a child figure away on the troubled waters, and while across the boat, of course, there seems to be a very beautiful and calm water, but it's when we give refuge, we become responsible for the people to whom we are giving refuge, and that can and cannot be a burden depending as to how well that we have planned our own lives. So this is really a card also of if you have not as yet decided to sort of move away, or not let your whatever work that you're doing overwhelm you. It's really a time to be dispassionate about the work that you're doing. Because we also have the Seven of Wands, it's speaking about, and it's there in reverse, it's speaking about maybe some information with the swiftness. It's a very mercurial card. Maybe something that you have been expecting, or had expected that it will come to you early, some kind of an information, and it has really got delayed now. So I think, Virgos, you really need to be having a plan B for yourself, at least as far as your week 2 is concerned, and not be too dependent on what I would say stubborn, or even I would say hung up on maybe your plan A, and, you know, just feel that, okay, okay, we'll see what the universe has in store for you. Lovely. We have the Ace of Cups, and There is a lot of love, Virgos, for, of course, for what you do. There's a lot of passion, there's a lot of emotion, and this also speaks about new beginnings. So hopefully, if you are looking for, whether it's a new job, whether maybe you're looking at that information that will get you some respite, it does seem like that for a lot of you that should happen. Okay, Libra, let's have a look what's in store for you. And especially now that we have a new moon today, which is there in Cancer, a wonderful time for manifestations, wonderful time to be starting something new if you have been wanting to, and especially if it has to do around your home, great time to be doing that. So Librans, have a page of wands, we have 7 of pentacles, and we have 10 of sword. Now, this week does seem to be, that for a lot of you, it could be that the sense of I worked so hard and what good is this work? Or maybe for some of you, you are feeling quite burnt out, that you have put in so much, you have done so much of work that now you are in that space where you just feel that you can't do anything more. There also is, besides this being a very exhaustive energy and exhaustive time where you feel that you just need to be passing out, you just need to be sleeping, it's a great time for you to be doing some meditation, doing some self-healing work. Even though, a lot of people, I know when they see the 10 of swords, it's always that thing of that, oh my God, it seems like someone has betrayed me. But also, this is a card which brings about a lot of clarity after. Maybe these are the lessons at times when we learn, which come through difficult experiences. But the good thing is that because there's this card is a positive card, that now that you have learned your lesson well, you can always apply that in your life, and you can learn from those challenging experiences that have been there. We'll see what the universe is in store for you. And we have a 3 of Pentacles, and a great time to be collaborating, great time especially for those of you, if you are looking at a new job, if you're looking at maybe trying to get some, raise some money, it's a good time to collaborate. It's a good time to also apply for jobs. Scorpios, let's see what's in store for you. This is for the week 2. Okay. Scorpios, it seems that some of you are going through some heartache. It seems to be almost like a betrayal. Maybe there are 3 of you in a relationship, and some of you are choosing to walk away from the situation, as painful as it is. Some of you are choosing to I think you've had your bit, so you don't want to be quite, you don't want to be emotionally invested in it anymore. Also, it seems to be the person or the person who seems to be causing it, again, it's quite a watery energy. It's speaking about someone who's quite repressed emotionally, does not want to really speak about his or her own emotions very freely, is very secretive, holds their emotions very, very close to their heart. So this is a week of sort of letting go. It's a week of walking away. And also there is, like I said, we have the 3 of swords, which is about... it's literally about heartache. In fact, a lot of times one wonders that why is this card not in the cups, but in certain cases this also has to do with that your idea about love is completely changing. You're just transforming as far as your idea about relationships are there. Let's see what the universe has in store for you. Okay, lovely. We have a 9 of swords. And Nine of Swords is more about being at war internally with our own selves. It's a very mutable energy. So, it can be that you are questioning yourself again, and you are, figuring out whether the decision that you've taken is the right decision. You could be feeling quite torn as far as your thoughts are concerned. You could be trying to rationalize it. You could just be trying to make sense of what is it that is going on around you. Now we'll see what's in store for Sagittarius. We have a Knight of Cups, we have a King of Pentacles reversed, and we have a Queen of Pentacles. For a lot of you, this indicates either it's a new passion project, maybe some of you are, and you're really in love with this project. It also speaks about it being quite financially viable. It's something which has really been carefully planned and thought about. You have been planning about it before, rather, releasing it out, and there is a lot of there's a lot of emotion that has gone into it. You're quite excited about this project. Also, for some of you, this also speaks about a new relationship. Maybe you have just gotten into a new relationship. It seems to be quite lovely. It also speaks about the person who's there, or rather the feminine energy that is there. It's of somebody who's has a head on her shoulders, is very well, works very well with finances, and is basically very sorted, is very, very balanced. Sagittarians, if you are expecting some money to be coming to you, there can be some delays during this time. It may not come to you, or even I would say that if you have launched something right now, or if you are maybe expecting things to really take off, there could be some delays. It may not take off as quickly as you thought that it would. We'll see what the universe has to say. Beautiful. We've pulled out the High Priestess card, and the message really is to be forget about being patient, but it is looking for things which are under the surface, besides our own higher consciousness, especially if you're dealing with product, if you're dealing with if you're in a business, then you need to be getting more into the details. You should be looking at the finer details that is there. Maybe there is some information that is there over which you have no clarity. Maybe you are not really looking at the entire picture together, and you are just maybe looking at it in a very piecemeal way. So you need to be going back to the desk and doing some more research. We'll see what's in store for Capricornians now. Capricornians, new moon energy, beautiful time for manifestation, especially to be doing some wonderful stuff at home, even if it requires some renovation, or even if you want to just do some shopping for the home. It's a great time to be doing something nice for home. Let's see. Okay. Oh, beautiful. We have second time I've pulled out the Moon card, and we have the Magician. Capricornians, home does seem to be the focus for you, and it can also be that for a lot of you, home is your sanctuary. You're feeling quite comfortable. You could also be feeling quite emotional. This is also a time that maybe you're not really looking at your relationships with clarity. Maybe there is I would say delusional, but maybe almost you're looking at your relationships with a lot of emotion, which we can say, of course, is a very natural thing to do. But tarot over here is suggesting that you need to be not that emotional while dealing in your closest relationship. If it has to do with your children, it has to do with your mother, it's really a time to not get overwhelmed with emotions and to try and find your balance. We have the Magician, which has come out as reversed, and this really speaks about maybe at times when our resources are going to waste, maybe when we are not able to when we're not able to really utilize our resources. And it could also be that for some of you, that even though if you have everything with you, you have all the tools, so you have the resources, you have the money, but yet the opportunity is not there. So you could just be feeling that there could just be a sense of that, oh my, either my talent is going to waste, or for some of you it could also be that you're looking back into the past and you're feeling that, oh, my life has a sense of regret, that, oh, I wish I had done more with my talents. Let's see what the universe has in store for you. Okay, we have the Ten of Swords. Even though a lot of people feel quite frightened when they see this card, it's a very exhaustive energy. It's almost as if after a long periods of time that you're mentally and you're physically really exhausted and you really need to have a deep sleep. At times this also speaks about betrayal, that you're feeling quite betrayed by your closest people around you. You're just feeling quite there is almost a sense of emotional loss, that you're feeling that you're feeling cheated emotionally. This is, however, it's a positive card, because now that you have clarity, you can move ahead with your the experience which may have been a painful experience, but you can take a recourse now. You can move ahead with your life having that clarity. We'll see what's in store for Aquarius. Aquarius, beautiful month. In fact, the new moon energy lasts for about 4 weeks, so a great time for manifestations. It's there in Cancer, so good time to be doing stuff around home for your parents. Okay, parents, we have a Judgment, we have a Six of Wands, and you have pulled your own card, which is the Star. It's a very beautiful card. You seem to be in a place in week 2, Aquarians, where you're wanting to get saved. It's almost like a resurrection. You want someone to come and just turn your life upside down, or to sort of take you out of a rut. For some of you, you could also be feeling quite emotionally and creatively quite stagnant. Also, this week speaks about maybe some information, some news that you had been expecting, or maybe some positive, some good news you had been expected. It may also have to do, either it's a court case or some legal issue that you may have been expecting, and that has got delayed. For a lot of you, this also speaks about a world which is out of balance for you. You could be feeling quite out of sorts as well. It's a time for recuperation, Aquarians. It's a time for healing. It's a time to be taking a break and taking care of your health. So if you can take some time off during this month, it's a good time to be just taking a little break. Okay, we have drawn the card of Death, which is speaking about transformation. And Aquarians, like I said that, it's almost like resurrection. You want someone to rescue you, but the message from the universe is that you have to transform yourself. You have to literally let go of who it is that you are currently. What is it that you stand for? Whatever it is that your belief system may be, you need to be letting go of that completely, and you need to be reinventing yourself. So it's a very powerful card when it comes, and it has very, very rarely has to do anything with death, but mostly it has to do with our emotional and our mental state, about how we might be habituated into being about certain situations and certain people. Let's see what's in store for Pisces. Pisces is a lovely month with new moon energy being over here. Great time to be doing some stuff at home. Great time to be starting a new exercise regime as well for a lot of you. We have wonderful. We have the King of Pentacles that has come as reversed. We have the Tower, and we have the Knight of Cups. The Tower has come out as reversed. In fact, this is one of the most dreaded cards in tarot. Pisces again. Some of you could be feeling quite financially strained. It is this entire week, or rather the entire tarot energy is about transformation, that you really need to be letting go of a certain way of thinking in order for things to change, in order for your situation to change. And you are being asked to make that drastic change, that drastic move in your life. For some of you, you could also be feeling, you could be dealing with somebody who's quite emotionally repressive. It could be a young person, it could be a young adult, and it could be that this person also is quite emotionally manipulative. So you could be dealing with somebody who knows how to press your buttons and get the work done, Pisces. But like I said, it's the energy of, because we're speaking about the Knight of Cups, it's speaking about a younger person, a younger adult. We'll see what the universe has in store for you. Okay, we have very beautifully tying up. We have your card from the universe is the Page of Cups, and again, it could either be that you're dealing again with a younger person who's very emotionally the very charming, is very manipulative, and also this often has to do with you know, our own expectations, our own unrealistic or childlike expectations out of the world. You know, when we expect in a very childlike way that the world owes us a living. So that is something that you need to be thinking about, Pisces, that how accountable are you for your own emotions, for your own life, and how realistic rather, because when we stop operating as children and we start operating as adults, although I feel that even children should be accountable for, or rather made to be accountable for their decisions, but it's when we get older is when we become more accountable and responsible for ourselves. So it's really a time for you to be stepping out of that maybe the delusional zone of make-believe, or thinking that everything will fall into place, and looking at importantly card of transformation, card of on your own making things change. On its own, things are not going to move. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. I do hope that you enjoyed your reading. I'll be seeing you again next week. Let me know if you want me to do a reading about anything specific, and I'd love to hear from you. Do let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for watching.